Here I am with episode 10 of Excel Basics, and I promise this really will be the last one. It won't be like Prince retiring or John Farnham retiring or them not making any more Star Wars films. This really should be the last one. This one's called Conditional Formatting. Again, I'm not going to bother doing this on years because they're actually not really numbers. Excel thinks they're numbers, and I know it thinks it's numbers because they're here pushed to that side, to the right side of the cell, whereas it pushes text to the left side of the cell. But I know that a year is just the name of a year. But I'm interested about which films are the longest and the shortest. Now, of course, I could just eyeball that data, and of course, I could make a graph. But the other cool thing I can do is I can go home and I can go to conditional formatting, and I really like the colour scales, particularly that first one. So, the highest score is 142, and it just went green. The lowest score is 121 because it went red. So it thinks green is good, red is bad, or low anyway. So I can actually do this on all of those. Now I want to make sure that I do it column by column, or it's going to be comparing everything to everything, and that's not what I want, because that was what was going wrong before. There we go. So the shortest film, there you go, and the box office. And actually what is interesting about those, even though I'm not graphing them, is that they're going greener as they go. So, in fact, there we go. So, the smallest box office was 475 million, which was Return of the Jedi, which I have to say I'm surprised by. I quite liked Return of the Jedi. The smallest budget was A New Hope at 11 million, and the largest budget, unsurprisingly, was 200 million for A Force Awakens. But that's a really good way of getting a snapshot, and as a teacher I use this a lot just to see the spread of scores and so forth and get a rough sense of where people are sitting. So that's it for basic Excel. I actually reckon if you can do everything in these 10 videos, you're ahead of, you're in those green bars. You're one of the better people at Excel, and you will find a bunch of things that you'll be able to use this for both in your school life and as you go on in your professional life. So good luck with that.